videos, see product tests and review products you've used, and join my ATV space. Now at atvondemand.com. Although it wasn't originally designed as a race quad, the 2002 QuadSport Z400 was so good that Doug Gus used it in a modified state to win the 2003 Pro Production and 2004 GNC National Championships. In 2006, when Suzuki released the Quad Racer LTR 450, they retired the Z400 from competition, leaving it to perform the task for which it was originally designed, to be the ultimate mid-bore sport machine. Despite recent updates to its predecessor and arch-rival, the Honda 400EX, outdated suspension and an engine design that dates back to the mid-80s has kept the Honda from challenging Suzuki for 400 class supremacy. Despite remaining number one in its class, Suzuki implemented some changes to the Z400 for 2009, including all new styling, several chassis changes, and technology they developed on the LTR 450. To show off the newest breed of Z400, Suzuki invited us out west to Bonsall Stallion Farm, a ranch that breeds quarter horse and thoroughbred racehorses. Bonsall is located on 2,500 beautiful acres of Bonsall, California countryside, the perfect backdrop to test the new Z400.
Hey, I'm Glenn Hansen. I'm the communications manager for American Suzuki, and we're out here with the 2009 QuadSport LTZ400. Brand new machine for this year. We're out here riding today to show it off. I think you're going to like it. Starting with the 400cc engine, which is now fuel injected. We took the fuel injection package that we really mastered with the Quad Racer LTR 450 and put it in here. And the benefits of that fuel injection: super smooth throttle response, consistent starting, and really consistent carburation in almost any riding condition. If you're up at altitude, if you're in cold weather, you know, this thing performs the same, and it performs well anywhere. We made some nice changes to the intake, including new cam profiles that really give it a lot more low-end and mid-range power. We also shortened up the head pipe, and that gives us more consistent top end. So we got the low range gains, we kept the top end power. So we're looking at chassis now on the new QuadSport LTZ400, and it's really got some nice changes. You know, this is a great recreational ATV, but it's got some high performance characteristics thanks to awesome power delivery, and we wanted to enhance that by making some changes to the chassis. And the biggest change is because of new A-arms. This machine is now an inch wider up front.
To complement the inch wider A-arms, Suzuki went with new camber and caster settings to improve steering accuracy while keeping its action light.
So to go with the changes made to the front end of this chassis, we had to do some reinforcements and some rigidity changes to the rear end. And that whole package now balances together to keep this handling really spot on. Thicker tubing is used up on the top of the rear part of the chassis. We got some new mounting brackets for the master cylinder. A nice change also is a new axle that's got a different taper, because there's just some more torsional rigidity needed with the improved handling and the more aggressive nature of this new machine.
The Z's fully adjustable suspension has had some internal damping changes made in an effort to soften its action on small bumps while offering better bottoming resistance.
The plastic is different, but it is meant to look like the LTR. Real aggressive high-cut fenders and sharp lines. You know, even the detachable headlight on the front end comes right from the LTR. The seat is the Suzuki traditional T-shaped seat that's comfortable but gives you great freedom of movement when you're riding aggressively. We changed the riding position a little bit. We moved the handlebars up about 10 millimeters. They're also a little bit lower. The foot pegs, now 46 millimeters wide, just like the LTR 450. They're a little bit lower as well. You sit in about the same spot, but it's just a little more aggressive feel to it. Not too much, but you know, it's still a good recreational trail machine. Just a little bit lower and further forward. Very comfortable machine, you know, ready for a wide variety of riders, whether it's your first ATV or you want to take it on a cross-country race. This thing's ready.
Suzuki has a full line of accessories for the Z400, including Yoshimura exhaust systems, offering additional bolt-on performance the day you pick your Z up from the dealer. In repeated drag race runs, the 2009 Z400 was able to get the jump on the 08 model, proof of its improved bottom and mid-range power. The additional low and mid-range power was also appreciated while racing corner-to-corner in deep rutted silty trails, as the motor never seemed to bog down. The thing most appreciated about the Z400's engine for 2009 is the effect had by the fuel injection system. You can slam the throttle wide open from low RPMs, and the motor never seems to cough or sputter. The EFI just applies the proper amount of fuel, and the motor accelerates strongly. We felt the best overall improvement to the Z400 for 2009 came in its handling. The additional inch of front-end width undoubtedly helped reduce body roll and improve cornering stability, but perhaps the greatest overall improvement on the machine's handling was due to its new ergonomic setup. By moving the bars 10mm forward and the pegs 2mm backwards, the rider's leverage over the machine was improved. Also, lowering the foot pegs 5mm lowers the rider's center of gravity anytime he's standing or supporting any of his body weight on the pegs. One drawback we did discover was that the Suzuki's tires don't like the silty conditions under which we tested. Race into a corner too hard, and front-end push can force you to overshoot the turn. We believe the pushing could be cured by a simple switch to a different front tire. We felt that the old Z400 suspension was as good as that found on many of the 450 class machines. For Suzuki's 2009 settings, we were very happy with the performance of the front suspension right out of the box. Some of the editors on hand felt that the Suzuki's rear suspension had some mid-stroke harshness. The fully adjustable suspension made this easy to cure by simply backing out on some of the compression on the rear shock. With the rear shock dialed in the way that the 09 gets the power to the ground, we felt it tracked better through the whoops than the 08 model. In the end, we felt that the 2009 Suzuki Z400 had improved upon the 2008 in just about every way, and was definitely a better overall machine. In terms of handling and suspension, it's as good or better than some of the 450 class machines. There's enough power to hang with your buddy's 450s in the woods, and its power delivery is much more user-friendly for the trail. Before you go buy a new 450 for your next trail machine, we strongly recommend that you take a serious look at the 2009 Suzuki Z400.